You've made it through Christmas, the holiday season. We are on the other side. And last month leading up to it, I discussed how do you cultivate a resilience to deal with how other people are judgmental? Like when somebody's saying something or doing something and you feel judged, how can you build a resilience so that it begins to not impact you? You're able to be like, whoa, wait a minute. I don't want any part of that. I don't need it. And so this is a part 2. And this is all about encouragement of asking yourself, who do you surround yourself with that you are mutually encouraging? They encourage you, you're able to encourage them. Because if we only surround ourselves with people who put us down or we only feel judged by, we have to ask ourselves, why is that? Why have we surrounded ourselves with those voices? But here's the other thing we have to do. That when we feel someone is being judgmental, we have to turn it around in our head of going, wait a minute, I didn't receive that very well. And to be able to, in our heads, think, wait a minute, if I were trying to be an encouragement and not trying to judge others, I would say this instead. Because that's really important for disrupting our own thinking. Because as I've said before, sometimes we accidentally may judge others. We may do things that others may think is a little judgmental. And so when we feel judged, it's really important for us to be able to turn it around and go, wait a minute, what should have been said? It should have been said instead of, and then to commit ourselves to being that encouragement. That when we feel judged, we're going to break that cycle. I am not going to do that to anyone else. And so what do I need to say instead? When things kind of bubble up inside me that I don't like, how can I respond to others so that I'm encouraging other people? And so that's the goal for this one, is to really think through how can we disrupt our thinking with encouragement? Not just what is the encouragement I need to receive, but what is the encouragement I need to give? Because only through encouragement will we begin to build resilience against other people's judgment. So my hope is that this was helpful. You can go back to part 1 back earlier in December if you wanted a little more about the first step in building that resilience. But this second step, how are you going to be encouraging? How are you going to reframe the things that are said into a, I needed to hear this instead of, and a commitment to being an encouragement to others? Have a good one.